Hi there, welcome to this introduction to the LEAD Award. Peter Lewis is my name and I am a facilitator with the LEAD Award and also a career coach with the TU Dublin Career Development Centre. So what is the LEAD Award? Well, the LEAD Award is designed to recognise students' leadership roles in co-curricular and extracurricular work within TU Dublin clubs, societies, students' unions and volunteering in the community. And through LEAD, you will also be able to develop and reflect on a range of employability skills that will benefit you professionally and personally. So why do the LEAD Award most specifically? Because it gives you this formal recognition for all that extracurricular and co-curricular activities that you're already doing. You get a Level 7 award, 5 ECTS credits that appear on your final transcript. You also get to learn about leadership styles, both yours and other people's. You get to reflect on your strengths, okay, and things that you're really strong at already, but you also get to identify skills that you want to use and develop as a leader and how you can develop them. You get to also explore your motivations and your drives, which is really, really beneficial along with all your skill development and reflecting on your strengths to enable you to gain a great insight into what you want in your future career. So really beneficial in that perspective. Doing the LEAD Award as well also helps, enables you to show your learning and growth from a wider college experience. So not just in relation to your academic studies and so forth, but your other activities that you're involved in. Through LEAD, you will learn to communicate and articulate your activities, your events, talk about all that you've been involved in, particularly your leadership activity and your skill development throughout these activities and how you've become a stronger leader. And this will all enhance your experience and will really add greatly to your CV, giving you an edge in your job applications and in interviews. And being part of LEAD allows you to join an elite group of LEAD alumni. It's a very select grouping that get to take part in LEAD, so you'd get to join that elite group and be a leader of tomorrow. So how will the LEAD Award work? Well, first of all, you'll have to identify leadership opportunities within your clubs and societies or voluntary activity, okay? So that could be activity on an ongoing basis. It could be a specific event that you're organizing. And again, with COVID and the pandemic happening, being involved in just maintaining your society, ensuring it grows and develops and stays active can be a really strong demonstration of your leadership capabilities. You'll be asked to identify 3 skills that you're looking to develop in becoming a leader. You'll have to attend various leadership workshops, which are there to guide you and to develop you as leaders. You'll have to complete a learning contract, which will is your commitment to taking part in the LEAD Award and all elements of that. And you'll be assigned a mentor, and the mentor is a really, really strong resource, a person who will guide you and help you through each element of the LEAD Award and engaging with your activities. So really, really important resource, so you're not left on your own to progress through the award. You'll have to document and demonstrate that you are engaging in your activities and events, and you'll have to provide that evidence of particularly your leadership roles and responsibilities in relation to those activities and events. You'll deliver a presentation towards the end of the award, which is a key part of the assignment, and that will be to a key member of the senior leadership team in TU Dublin. And finally, you will have to submit a final reflective essay at the end. We'll talk more about all those in a moment. But before we do that, let's have a quick chat about what leadership is, what makes a good leader, because you may actually already be doing an awful lot of leadership responsibilities. So what makes a good leader? A good leader takes responsibility for the directions and actions of a team, and so doing gains the respect and confidence of the team. So over the course of the module, your mentor will be asking you to reflect on your leadership style, but these following questions may help you to think about whether you're already active as a leader and what kind of leader you are. So do you develop and encourage a sense of purpose and unity in the team? Have you set up processes and plans to make the team more effective? Do you get involved in and have to make unpopular decisions to get a task done? Or are you looked at by others for advice and guidance? Are you the go-to person? Do you review progress against plans, evaluate, see how things are progressing? And do you spot potential conflict and act to diffuse it before it escalates? Do you motivate others to achieve objectives even when these objectives and tasks seem difficult to achieve? Do you delegate tasks and responsibility without losing control? Do you allocate work and responsibilities? And do you clarify what needs to be done and set objectives for the team? And finally, do you address issues of weakness and conflict, and take appropriate decisions, and necessary decisions when appropriate. So you might be doing all these things already, you might be doing some of these, and you might already be very involved and active in a leadership role. So we mentioned you have to choose skills. So you have to choose 3 skills as part of the LEAD Award that you look to develop through engaging in your activities and your events. So what skills are on offer? Well, you're looking to develop, you can develop as an effective communicator, an active team player, problem solver, creative innovator, digital literacy, and global citizenship. So let's look at those very briefly. And you decide what 3 skills do you think would most benefit for you to develop. There's little point in choosing a skill that you're really strong at. You're looking for ones that you can really enhance and develop. So effective communicators, what are they? They express ideas effectively and convey information appropriately and accurately. They show a range of verbal and non-verbal signals that the information is being received is understood. And they recognize and respect different perspectives and appreciate the benefits of being open to the ideas and views of others. So really strong communication skills there. I'm going to provide a series of links as well for each of these skills where you can look towards to gain a greater insight into each of these skills. Active team players is the next skill. So what does that mean? Active team players build and develop appropriate relationships with academic staff, peers, colleagues, customers, and suppliers at all levels within the organization. Those will support you as you try to get things done for your societies and clubs. They have a capacity to work with others towards a common goal, and they have an ability to give and receive feedback. Next skill is problem solvers. So what do? They independently understand and solve problems while considering situations from multiple perspectives and contexts, which is really important as a leader. They contribute ideas to the conversation, and they also show an ability to identify facts and facets of a problem, breaking down the problems, analyzing the subsections, and making decisions going forward. Creative innovation is the next skill. So is this one that you feel you need to develop? So what do? They identify opportunities and recognize associations. They're proactive in questioning ideas and potential solutions. They have a capacity to create and experiment and prototype, and they look to grow relationships and networks, and they recognize the strengths in others. So it's not all about them, they're drawing on the strengths of other individuals. The digital literacy skill. So what's involved in that? It's people who develop, innovate, and maintain knowledge of key trends in technology. So you might be a real technophile, you might be totally into technology, and you might be wanting to know everything and try out everything immediately and be really comfortable in that space. But a lot of people aren't comfortable in that space and are not so sure about new technologies. So maybe that's an area you want to develop and grow that you see is going to be really important for your club and society. And finally, global citizenship. So this skill, the global citizens, they demonstrate a deep insight into issues raised by diverse social, cultural norms and values. And they understand the implications of these issues on events for self and others, and are aware of increased complexity of issues and situations. So in thinking about how you're supporting your membership of your clubs and societies, and thinking of those deep-rooted issues and concerns that might be impacting them or everybody involved, but also thinking about the organization of activity and events and how they reach and speak to the various different diverse cultural and social norms and values that are out there, and overcome any challenges and issues. So there's the 6 skills. You pick 3 of those as part of the LEAD Award, and you look to develop those as part of your activity and engagement in your events and your clubs and societies. So how do you succeed at LEAD? Well, what do you have to do? Well, mandatory wise, you have to complete 100 hours of engagement, okay? So that means your activities, your events, your leadership activity in those events in your clubs and societies. Also, it involves your attendance at the various workshops and meetings that are taking place as part of the LEAD Award, and any sort of personal learning that you can evidence that you've taken part in as well. So all that adds up to the 100 hours. You'll do that 100 hours, no problem at all. Anybody involved in roles within clubs and societies, particularly leadership, tend to get involved or tend to accomplish this very easily. You also have to attend all mandatory workshops and webinars that take place, and these take place next February and March 2021. Also attend all mentor meetings, okay? You have to record and document your personal leadership achievements and activities in your clubs and societies, okay, doing this through through blogs, e-portfolios, and again, as you go forward on the Brightspace module for LEAD, you'll be uploading your evidence there. And finally, you have to submit all assignments by the agreed dates. Also, you can get involved in optional activities, okay? So there's some LEAD webinars and workshops taking place before Christmas, okay? You can attend those or perhaps view the recordings afterwards. And also really encourage you to get involved in the Clubs and Societies Leadership and Development Program and skills sessions that are taking place now and into the future. So really get involved in those and keep developing as you go. More specifically, the types of topics we'll be covering in our webinars and workshops for the LEAD Award, which will be taking place in the weeks of the 8th and the 15th of February. We'll be covering topics such as just an intro to LEAD again. We'll be talking about the learning contract. You'll be meeting with your mentor and signing off and submitting your learning contract. We'll have sessions on how to reflect, but also how to capture your activity and document your activity and your learning and your skill development through e-portfolios and Brightspace. You'll learn how to set goals, develop your resilience, and use mind mapping in terms of identification of your skill development and engagement with your activities. You'll have a session on preparing your pitch or presentation for your final presentation to the member of the senior leadership team. So that session will take place. And we'll also have a session on exploring your personality or MBTI. This could potentially will also be recorded, so you may get a chance to engage with it in that way. You'll also, in addition to your earlier mentor meeting, you'll have the opportunity to work with your mentors a couple of times before your final presentation in March. You'll have the opportunity to sit with your mentors and develop your presentations and to run through it. So all that support is there. So don't worry if you're feeling a bit nervous about any aspects. And then you'll get after your presentation in March to the member of senior leadership team, your peers on the LEAD program and your mentors. You will then get presentation feedback and details of your final submission. The submission dates, 12th of February, when you're submitting your learning contract and also one piece of evidence for each skill to Brightspace. On the 19th of February, you'll have developed or set up your online portfolio and began to collect your evidence within that. And the 12th of March, you'll have your presentation to the member of the senior leadership team, where you'll demonstrate your skill development and your LEAD journey to date. And you'll also, on the 19th of March, you'll have to submit your final reflective essay, 1,000-word essay based on your engagement with the LEAD Award, your activities and your learning and your journey to date, and also the learning that you received from the presentation as well. So how do you apply for the LEAD Award? Well, you apply via the following link, tinyurl.com/lead application form 20-21, or you can also see the link on our website, tudublin.ie/lead. Closing date for applications is 29th of January 2021, 5 p.m. No late applications will be accepted, and applications will be reviewed by the LEAD Award team. Successful applicants will be informed by the 5th of February that they're on the programme. And if we have any questions, a member of the team will reach out and ask you if you have any questions about your application. So how are you going to go about this process? Well, let's get this thinking into your head straight away. Okay, how do I engage with the LEAD Award, and how will I best capture the information that I need to capture? So how will I develop and evidence my skills through engagement in my activities over the course of the LEAD Award, the LEAD module? So you're always asking yourself, okay, what am I learning? So are you engaging? You need to be engaging in your activity. You need to be taking on leadership responsibilities and participating. So question yourself there, am I doing that? Have I identified what 3 skills that I'm looking to develop as part of the LEAD Award? Have I identified the ones that will be the most benefit to me? And how am I developing these skills, and what opportunities do I have to develop these skills through my engagement in my clubs and societies and the leadership activities I'm taking on board? All right, so, and if there isn't opportunities, if I don't have the opportunities to develop these skills, can I create those? Can I investigate how I can get involved and step outside my comfort zone and take on more activity so that I can develop these skills? As well as developing these skills, am I documenting it? Am I blogging about my participation in my various activities and events and the learning that I'm personally having as part of that engagement? Okay, and am I reflecting on my activities and my actions and thinking about what I'm performing well at, what I'm struggling at, what I'm learning about myself? Perhaps I'm finding out that I'm actually stronger at certain activities and skills than I thought, and that's part of the key learning. So it's not always about what I'm not working out so well at. It can be what I'm performing extremely well at but didn't realize. So you need to be thinking about all these aspects and thinking about what are you learning about yourself, what are you reflecting on, and how are you capturing this information. So think about that process now, begin that process, and you'll have to do that throughout the LEAD Award. One core way to document information is through development of a LEAD portfolio, Brightspaces being one example. So I really encourage you to take a look at the ePortfolioHub.ie. It is a great website talking about ePortfolios, talks about what they are, why you should develop an ePortfolio, and how you can set one up and what resources are available to you. So I really encourage you to get involved in that. So finally, just want to chat to you about what some feedback from past alumni, LEAD alumni, and what they felt was the benefit of being part of the LEAD program. So some of the ideas, it made me reflect more on evidence on events that happened and how I performed in them, and led to me changing the way I do things. Maybe think about what went well and what didn't go so well, and how can I improve my performance. A great selling point for a lot of people was this collective engagement with peers in leadership roles within other clubs and societies, and being able to share experiences and insights was really, really supportive and beneficial. The LEAD Award was defined as being a great way of developing leadership and employability skills, helping you to identify your own strengths and weaknesses, which would be really beneficial in going for interviews and making applications in the future, and learning how to represent and articulate yourself, which is so, so important as you present yourself to future employers. And being part of LEAD helps students realize how they benefited from time in societies beyond merely the social element. Okay, so some really great feedback there. So if you have any questions, I really encourage you to contact us. You can go to tudublin.ie/lead, and you can apply for the program there as well. If you want to contact me, you can get me at peter.lewis@tudublin.ie. You can also contact Katie Behan in Societies at katie.behan@tudublin.ie, and Cara Obukla at cara.obukla@tudublin.ie, Cara in Sports. So I really, really encourage you to consider the LEAD Award, and be brave, take on leadership responsibilities, and we'd love to have you as part of our program and to assist you and enhance you in becoming a much stronger leader and realizing perhaps your strengths that exist already. So look forward to receiving your applications and chatting to you very, very soon. Take care.